Before running shoes became highly engineered pieces of athletic technology, running was simply running. People ran barefoot, they ran in ordinary shoes, and eventually, they began designing footwear specifically for speed. The earliest athletic shoes were relatively simple. Lightweight uppers, thin soles, basic construction. The goal was straightforward: keep the shoe attached to the foot, without adding unnecessary weight. For runners, every gram matters. A heavy shoe requires more energy to move. A stiff shoe can restrict movement, and an uncomfortable shoe can quickly become a problem over long distances. Early running footwear therefore emphasized lightness. Canvas became a popular material. Rubber soles provided traction. Simple fastenings kept the shoe secure. Compared with modern performance footwear, these early designs were remarkably basic, but they established an important principle. Running shoes should be different from ordinary shoes. As organized athletics expanded, that principle became increasingly important. Track competitions created new demands. Athletes wanted better grip, lower weight, greater stability, and more efficient movement. Manufacturers began experimenting with sole patterns, studs, spikes, different rubber compounds, and lighter upper materials. The running shoe gradually became specialized equipment. But the biggest transformation came from the development of modern cushioning. Running creates repeated impact. Each stride transfers force through the foot and leg. Designers began searching for ways to manage those forces. Foam materials became increasingly important. Different densities could create different responses. Softer foam could provide cushioning. Firmer foam could provide structure. Layered midsoles could combine both. The midsole eventually became one of the most technologically important parts of the shoe. It sits between the foot and the ground, and its behavior can dramatically change the running experience. Materials science accelerated the process. Synthetic foams became lighter. Engineered meshes improved ventilation. Synthetic overlays provided support without excessive weight. Rubber compounds improved traction and durability, and manufacturing became more precise. The upper could now be designed almost like a technical structure. Different zones could perform different functions. Some areas provided flexibility, others offered support, others increased durability. The shoe became a collection of specialized materials. Then came another major development: performance plates. Carbon fiber plates became particularly influential in elite distance running. A rigid plate embedded within the midsole can alter the mechanical behavior of the shoe. Combined with highly responsive foam, it can create a distinctive propulsion effect. The modern racing shoe therefore looks dramatically different from the simple canvas trainers of the past. But the goal remains familiar: move efficiently, reduce unnecessary weight, improve comfort, and help the runner maintain performance. Running shoes also became culturally important. Running transformed from a specialized athletic activity into a major recreational movement. Jogging became popular, road races expanded, marathons became global events, running clubs grew, and athletic footwear became everyday clothing. The sneaker escaped the track. It entered schools, workplaces, universities, cities, and eventually fashion. Running shoes became lifestyle products. Their performance identity became part of their appeal. Mesh, foam, technical overlays, bold soles. These details communicated modern technology. A running shoe could look fast, even when sitting motionless on a shelf. The development of modern foam technology pushed this even further. Manufacturers began experimenting with highly responsive materials. Some foams were designed to return energy. Others emphasized stability. Some prioritized softness. Others prioritized lightweight performance. The modern running shoe therefore involves a series of compromises: cushioning versus weight, flexibility versus stability, durability versus responsiveness, comfort versus performance. There is no single perfect shoe. Because runners are not identical, foot shapes differ, running styles differ, distances differ, surfaces differ, and individual preferences can be surprisingly stubborn. Modern running shoes reflect this diversity. Road shoes, trail shoes, racing shoes, daily trainers, lightweight trainers, stability shoes, minimalist designs, maximalist designs. Each exists because runners want something different. Manufacturing technology continues to evolve. Computer-aided design allows increasingly precise geometry. 3D modeling helps optimize midsoles. Engineered mesh reduces unnecessary material. Recycled fibers provide alternative upper materials. Advanced foams reduce weight, and specialized outsole compounds improve grip. The modern running shoe is therefore closer to sports equipment than ordinary footwear. But its cultural influence extends far beyond sport. Running shoes have become central to sneaker culture. Collectors search for historic models. Fashion designers reinterpret athletic silhouettes. Streetwear brands use performance aesthetics. And collaborations turn technical footwear into cultural objects. A shoe originally designed to help someone run faster can eventually become something people carefully display and never actually run in. Human civilization remains remarkably creative. Today, running shoes are used by professional athletes, marathon runners, recreational joggers, hikers, gym users, and people simply looking for comfortable everyday footwear. The designs range from extremely simple to technologically complex, but the fundamental purpose remains the same: help the human body move efficiently, protect the foot, provide traction, manage impact, and remain comfortable over repeated use. Running shoes represent one of the clearest examples of technology transforming clothing. A simple canvas shoe evolved into a sophisticated system of foams, textiles, rubber, geometry, and structural components. The transformation was driven by competition, but it was sustained by everyday people who simply wanted to run farther, run faster, or make running hurt slightly less. From thin rubber soles to engineered foams and carbon plates, the history of running shoes is ultimately the history of optimizing human movement. The shoe became lighter, the materials became smarter, the engineering became more precise. And the runner, well, the runner still has to do the running. Technology can apparently do almost everything except that part.